Earlier Tuesday, David Aldridge tweeted, at the direction of his attorney, Raymond Brothers, Markelle Fultz is scheduled to see a shoulder specialist early next week. Per Brothers, Fultz will not participate in team practices or games until after the specialist has had a chance to evaluate him. Here's more from the Sixers.
Red flag type news. I mean, I played him, 20-something minutes 4 days ago, and I thought he played okay. In fact, I thought he did well. I think he's having a good year. It's one of those things. Last night, the gym was flat. We needed some energy, and I went with TJ. People, you all know what I know. Like, that's what he does. It's an injection. It really wasn't even a result of anything Markelle did. We just needed, a jolt, and he gave it to us, as none of us would be surprised to see him do. And so this news about his shoulder, it did catch me off guard.
Brought to me by Markelle's agent this morning. We've been aligned. We've allowed Markelle to see many specialists as our recommendation, Raymond's recommendation, his agent's recommendation. That's who Raymond is. And Raymond's job is different than my job. Raymond's job is to do the best that he thinks is for his client. My job is to continue our positive trend on trying to get deeper in the playoffs. So at the end of the day, we all want to support Markelle.
So without speculating as to the severity of the injury, is it odd that Markelle's representation made this call as opposed to team personnel?
Yeah, very odd. Normally the trainer would look at your shoulder and say, I think you might have a problem with your shoulder.
Right.
You very seldom call your agent up who's not in the same city and say, I think I have a problem with my shoulder. You certainly would tell the training staff, and you would have people working on it. Look, I don't think Fultz has a bad shoulder. I think he's got the basketball yips. I'm just telling you, that's just general. This is the yips right there. Oh my goodness, that was bad. But basically the basketball yips are, you're so worried about not having success that you don't even pull the trigger. It's like in golf when guys have the yips, So
Charles has that pretty bad.
The yips in his swing. But he's so worried about a negative outcome. He was going to enter the ball into the post last night, and he traveled. Like you haven't done that. If you played today, you wouldn't do that. You would just come to a stop. So he's overthinking everything. His brain is on fire, I think, when he's playing. He's just not relaxed. And I just, I don't know how you fix that. I tell you what, if it is his shoulder, he'll be lucky if it's his shoulder. Because if it's up here, that's much harder to fix than a sore shoulder. But to me, I watch him play he's playing with absolutely zero confidence. Zero.
Yeah, look, it is unusual. It's alarming. I go back to last season, and I just feel like the fact when he was out to start the year, and whether it was the shoulder or the yips or both or whatever the case may be, when the Sixers came out and said that we've cleared him to play, I just felt like it put the spotlight on this kid who's already struggling with something.
Yeah.
And so now, whereas the year before, Ben Simmons was out the entire year, nobody said anything about Ben Simmons. So I almost feel like if he is struggling with the yips, or he was last year, sit him out for the whole season. Make that announcement and work with him and try to see if you can get him to make improvement. But now he was a #1 pick. You have a team now that started to turn the corner and expectations have grown. And it's just like, I felt like last year but at the end of the day, whether they handled it right or wrong, if you have the yips and you're in a situation where you're struggling with a free throw, you're struggling with your shot, you can't pull the trigger, as Kevin says, I don't know how you fix that. That's a sports psychologist right there. I'm hoping for his sake it's a shoulder that can heal, but to have a #1 pick struggle with that. I think of Barkley. I think it was Steve Sachs who played for the Dodgers and couldn't throw to second base.
Couldn't throw to first base. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah,
from 10 feet away.
From 10 feet away.
In the dugout. Yeah.
And you just feel bad for that kid, and you can hope that at some point he figures it out because, clearly he had talent. He was #1 pick. He played great in college, but this is just this story. We thought we turned the corner this summer, and we're right back where we were last year.
Yeah, and to finish that off, being the #1 pick just adds so much pressure to your game anyways. If he was the 15th pick in the draft, whatever, first of all, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Right.
Because they would just say he's in the D League or G League just working on his game. And everybody said, well, okay. Yeah. It's not unusual for young players to struggle. It's unusual for young players to struggle and get this much scrutiny over everything that's happening to the the poor young fella. I wish him well. He's got to go out there. If I can give him any advice at all, go play. You've played ball your whole life. Let it hang out, man. I tell you what, you won't be the first dude to throw in the third row. You won't be the first guy to miss a jump shot. Just go play. I just think he's worried about all the bad